Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good day. Hope you are all having an amazing day today. My name is Lex and welcome back to some more GTA 5, where today I'm actually going to be doing the police car in this one. Seems in the previous video I showed the cop car at the start and then didn't use it in the end. Today's video we're doing some more object spooner custom car combination things where I combine different cars and stuff together to make brand new ones inside of GTA 5. Using your suggestions, mostly, from the comment section below. If you have some suggestions, don't forget to leave some in the comments. So today, I'm going to try and attempt to build a wide-body drifting police car. We'll see how we go. So before we do, there's going to be some comments on the screen. There's a comments feature from the previous video. If you would like your comments featured, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll pick some at random and feature them at the start of the next video. And don't forget, you can also follow me on Twitter. Links for that and my Instagram are in the description below. And, as I mentioned previously, I now have some new merchandise available. If you are in the US, UK, or some other countries in Europe, you can actually look right below this video right now and see the t-shirts right there inside of YouTube. It's sort of combined with Teespring now, so they even put it inside of YouTube, which is pretty cool. Or there'll be a link in the description below where you can go and check out the Teespring store. Got some cool t-shirts and stuff right there for you guys to check out, add to your Christmas list, all that sort of stuff. But never mind all that. We want to actually build a custom wide arch cop car. Let's find somewhere. Where should we park? Let's just park over here. I haven't parked over here in a while, or at all actually. I don't think we've ever tuned a car at this place. So here we are. Let's just start off by jumping out, just because I don't want anything to break. I just want Michael to stand to the side, and let's jump in to spooner mode. So this has been suggested by somebody touching my spaghetti, who says Sultan RS plus police car equals wide body police drift car. Well, okay, we'll give it a try. So I've already got the police car spawned in. We don't have to worry about that. So let's just go to spawn entity into world. Let's go to vehicle and let's just grab us a Sultan RS. And actually, as I've been saying about trying to match the scales of these cars, if you were to have menus mod, you can actually sort of see yourself what the scale of everything's going to be like. So I can see, right, that's going to be the right width. Then I can look on the side and see, like, right, that's going to be too low, or the wheels aren't going to match, all that sort of stuff. So this is actually quite a good way to find cars that would fit. But we want to get the Sultan RS. And I think, ooh, it might actually be a little bit too thin. We might have to use the Banshee as our wide arch car. I don't know, but that seems like it will line up. So let's go ahead and spawn it in for now. There we go. There's our Sultan RS done. So let's go to manage entity database. Let's go. I'm going to put the police cruiser into the Sultan RS because we want to make sure that the car that we're having as the base is the one of the wheels that we can see. And obviously, as we want to use the wide arches from this, we want to make sure that we can see the wheels from this. This police car is huge. I hadn't anticipated how big this police car is. So first of all, we need to hide these wheels on the police cruiser because they're way too big. So let's go to menus customs. I want to go to wheels, remove tires, make all wheels invisible. That's going to hide them out the way. Sadly, it doesn't get rid of all the brake stuff. It just sort of just hovers there, sadly. So we have to cope with that sort of being in there. But we've managed to hide the wheels at least. And let's just go down to attachment options, attach to something, and attach to Sultan RS. Ooh, boy. Yeah. So the Sultan RS actually probably won't give us the wide arch experience that we want. Because if I just go for the Z-axis and I bring this up, I mean, the police car's the right size to sort of swamp the Sultan RS. But look, there's no wide arches to be had. The police car is just bigger. So I'm going to scrap that idea. Let's just detach that, which will create a nice explosion, or almost an explosion. Actually, let's just go and remove those and start again. Annoyingly, I'm deleting all the entities in the world, and it's still managed to keep this thing floating around. That's annoying. It's also managed to actually get rid of everything. Delete all entities has also got rid of, like, all the extra detail stuff that we had around here. So this time, I'm going to get that same police car again, because the thing is, there are a couple of other options, but the other ones are actually wider. So we have this one, that one, or this one. Now, this one seems to be just as wide as that one, but this one's definitely a little bit wider. So it seems we also did a taxi, which was the same stanier as that one. We're going to go for this one still. But let's just go to super, And let's see what wide wheel options we can get. We could go for the Adder. That Adder's quite a wide car. But it's still not that wide. I mean, we could go for the Autarch. The Banshee, I think, is going to be the winner. Because that's quite wide. I think it's going to have to be the Banshee. Right, so we'll spawn that in. And let's just go to Manage Entity Database. Let's go to the Police Cruiser again. And we want to get rid of the wheels first of all. Let's go to Wheels. Remove Tyres. Make all wheels invisible. Go out. Attachment options. Attach to Banshee. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Actually, the Banshee might even be too big. Let's be honest. We could definitely get some wide arches out of this one, though. Yeah, so the Sultan RS, it might make some smaller cars look cool with the wide arch, but these big cars, like this big giant police cruiser, we're going to have to use the Banshee. So, let's just go ahead and let's bring this back. Where's the wheels supposed to be sitting on this police car? I guess it doesn't really matter. There's not really much arch to see. There's that bit of arch at the back, though. Okay, right, we'll do that. And we'll go up. Like that. It's looking pretty promising, although I have a feeling we can't tint the windows on the police car, so we're going to have to hide the roof of the Banshee again. And this has definitely made a very interesting look on the front here, so we're going to have to move this forward, just so we can get a bit more of the lights and stuff through. Yeah, this looks very weird. Right, we might even be able to use up that scroll sensitivity. Let's go to pitch. And let's just try and bring this a little bit flatter. Yeah, this is definitely weird looking. The thing is, I can't like remove the bonnet of the Banshee because this arch part is actually included in that part. So if I was to go out to the Banshee and I go to Menus Customs and I go to Doors, if I go to remove the hood, it removes that whole section there, which is no good. So I'm going to have to just go to Fix and add that back. And the other problem is that we still have these little these wing mirrors sticking out because these aren't attached to the doors. So I could actually just go to remove. Let's go to passenger door, driver door. I mean, that's managed to get rid of that little bit there, which is that's fair. We can actually see the word police now, which is pretty good. Maybe we can move the trunk. Don't think that's going to hide anything. No, that's not really going to matter. That's all we can really hide. Sadly, we can't remove body parts. So those wings are going to have to stay, I'm afraid. But we can, whilst we're on the Banshee, we can go ahead. We can actually change these front bumpers. Maybe there's a bumper that's a bit less intrusive. These are all carbon, bolt-on arches, classic RS bumper, drift RS bumper. I mean, that's actually... see, if we want to make this a drift police car, that could work. We could even have it like that. Because we've still got these bull bars and stuff on the police car, but we can have this just little thing going on down the bottom. Yeah, that's definitely changed things now that we can add all that, because actually that bit there actually goes into where that ridge is. That sort of lines up almost perfectly. Look at that. Okay, we'll keep that. Then on the skirts, well, I don't really want the skirts to stick out that much, to be honest, unless we can find something that actually sticks all the way through. Ooh. Yeah, some of these could work. We could actually go for those sport skirts, have those sticking out just a little bit more, because it does hide that bit of the wheel arch that's from the police car, which I quite like the idea of. I want to hide all that bit, although the police thing is only sort of half there, but it's the best we can manage. I'm going to go for those skirts. On the exhausts, these are actually going to be from the police car, which we can't modify. So that's all I can really do with that. There's nothing I can do about that. On the grille, that's actually going to be the smooth rear deck lid, which you can't really see through other than that bit of carbon there. So let's just keep that stock, or let's just not worry about that. On the hood bits, I don't think there's going to be anything that's going to change the way this looks. Yeah, because I mean, you get like things with like the filters sticking out. That's not really going to work for this. Yeah, that all looks just a little bit odd. But I mean, we could go for the bolt-on arches, because that would at least match the back. That still works. So we'll go for the bolted arches. Then on the fenders, the rivetless rear arches. Oh, we can actually make them rivetless. I don't know. We'll have it riveted because that's sort of drift style. Yeah, we'll just go for that stock. And that's all that done. But we do need to match the paint. So let's just go to primary. In fact, let's just go for pearlescent first of all and change that to default. Then we'll go to primary, classic, black. That's now matching a little bit better. I don't know if that black on the police car is slightly different. Maybe it's a carbon black, graphite black. Graphite black might be a little bit closer. We'll go for some of that. I don't know if we have any secondary colour on this either. Classic, white. That's going to be So, oh, that's going to be the stripe, which we don't really want to have visible. So we'll keep that to graphite black as well. Okay. Yeah, definitely got some issues with this bit here. Let's just go back and change this. Let's see if we can hide that. Okay, so actually we still get this bit here. Mind you, that might just be from the bolt-on arches. No, it's still there, whether we have bolt-on or not. So that part we can't hide. So I guess we might as well just embrace it and just go for the things that we had before right there. And let's just go back to the police cruiser because I want to go down to menus, customs, and we've actually got some options here on the bumpers. So we have the stock, we have that one, or we have that one. We can't really see that splitter right there, so I'm going to keep that stock. Rear bumper, we have bumper 1, 2, or 3. I think I'm going to keep... Oh, that actually lines up quite well, having that one. I'm going to go for that one then. Then on the skirts, we have skirt 1 and skirt 2. That actually lines it up quite well, but we do have this bit sticking out underneath, which is a bit of a shame. But I guess if we stick these wheels out, it won't matter. So we'll keep that. On the exhaust, we'll go for some big bore. On the chassis, we have the enhanced push bar. That just adds a little bit more. That's cool. Or we have that one. I'm going to go for the enhanced one. Looks pretty cool. Then on the hood, we have the Ram Air Hood or the double vented hood. Do you know what? I had no idea that these tuning parts were available for the police car. Did you? I don't think I've ever tuned up a police car. Never thought to, but apparently this police car has some tuning options. Okay. Well, it's just suddenly dawned on me what we're doing here. And then I think if we go to windows, we can't really tint them. We can. Oh, okay. Well, we've tinted that. We've still got this bit here, but it's the best we can manage. We have some extras, which is going to be... that's going to be that bit there, but we want that, so we'll keep that. Or we have extra 12, which is something that I can't see, so it doesn't really matter. Seems that we're going full custom. Let's just change the plate and say Drift Cop. Oh, perfect. And then I just want to go to paints. And I want to make sure that we have the same pearlescent on default. And then primary classic is going to be graphite black. See, that does get rid of the police bit, doesn't it? Okay. I hadn't considered that. Right. Okay, so I'm just going to have to just try and find a black that matches that because it is slightly different. Okay, so actually I've gone into utility, which is what I keep forgetting to use because that is going to match the police colours perfectly, and I've gone for black and it just works. That now matches the black on the cop car much better than before. Definitely want to go for that. So that's that all sorted. All that black is matching. We'll also go for pearlescent. We'll go for the same sort of carbon black that the police car has. Right, that's pretty much as close as we're going to get it. The thing that we can do, though, is we can jiggle around the police cruiser a little bit more, see if we can't get another better fit. But I think this might be the best that we can get. Let's turn that down. I think if I was to lower this down just a bit too much, it might look weird. We've actually got like stuff from the Banshee coming through there. That's about as low as we can get it. Is that going to look all right? Yeah, that's not looking too bad. Then on the Y-axis, we could even try and get that, but obviously we don't want to break into any of that there. But this, it's not actually. About there is still fitting fine. Because obviously now that we've hidden all the colours, we can't see so much of where stuff is breaking through, and so we can ignore it. Well, there we go. That is the police cop car done. I just want to do the wheels, though. That's the one thing that we haven't done. So let's go to menus, customs. I want to go for wheels. We could actually go to muscle, and inside of this, using the law-friendly wheels mod, I should actually have the option of some police wheels. Look, I can actually add these police wheels back and have it like that, but I think now that we've gone for this massive style, I guess we do want to have some better wheel options than these. So actually, I'll just go for the usual sport, go for one of these. Oh, look at that. That's mega. So actually, we could even have this as an ode to the police car and go for these sort of like wide banded steel sort of look things. So I'm going to go for that. And actually, we need to change the colour of that because that's not right. We might just keep that for default. I think that'll look nice. Or black. Yeah, I mean, if we want to have that police, we could just have that in black. Okay, we'll do that black with the chrome lips, and we'll just go ahead and jump into V-Stancer now. So let's run over to our car. And actually, one thing I do need to do is I need to go ahead and change the collisions. I'm going to remember this at some point. Police cruiser. Let's get rid of that collision right there. So now we should be able to jump into the Banshee and not the police car. There we go. And as we don't have seats, it just sort of just jumps in. And there we have it. Right. Let's go to V-Stancer. The wheel size is perfect. All we really need to do is just get that front track width and bring it out. Maybe a bit of front camber. Seems as this is supposed to be a drift cop car. Like that. We'll get some visual lowering going on. Bring that down. Like that. Bit of front camber. Or actually, yeah, but we'll keep that camber as it is. Maybe I'll get a little bit more. Like that. Then a bit on the rear as well. Just want a little bit. Just so it sort of looks sort of matching. And we'll bring that out. And there is our drift style wide arch police car that sadly I can't use the siren on. Because, of course, this is the Banshee that we're driving and not the police car. So as you can see, the horn only works like that. I don't think there is a way that we can make the sirens on. We'll have a check. Let's go to police cruiser. Let's go to, I mean, we've got trigger FX. This is just, okay, that's just going to be a bunch of things that's not going to be related. Oh, we could actually have the siren. Ah! Oh, of course. Okay, so we can actually have the lights flashing. Oh, now that is cool. I almost forgot to do that. That is the winner right there. We can even add in the lights and have those lights on right there, which does actually turn the engine on that police car. So we've actually got two engines going on. Oh no, I can turn it off and keep the lights on. Okay, we'll do that. It just sort of automatically put it on. And there we have it. There is our drift style police car. Wide arch, wide body. Looking pretty mad. I don't have drift handling or anything like that, so this is pretty much stock handling. In fact, all I can do, I guess, is I can just ramp up the torque on this. Let's just change that to 15. There we go. Now we've got a bit of... There we go. I mean, I can't really handle this thing because it's basically just spinning because there's too much power. But we do have rear wheel spinning, wide arch police car. There we go. That is it for this video. If you've enjoyed this build, let me know in the comment section below. If you've got any ideas for some other builds, everything's now respawned in. Now that we've left it. There we go. If you have any ideas for builds, let me know in the comment section below. Again, as I've said, you've got to pay attention to the size of the cars to make sure that everything matches. But it's not going to be perfect, as I've always said, because these are basically just two cars being put into each other. And actually, if you've got any ideas that use more than two cars, I'd love to know that as well. If you think there's a way that I can combine like 3 cars and it would still look good, I would love to hear it. I really would. So there we go, guys. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by rating, commenting, and subscribing. Don't forget to check out the new merchandise down at the bottom below this video or in the description below. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.